All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs is definitely not in the wild, and it's clearly in the house on the light box. Checking out some of these slides. These are 6x12 slides, and you guys requested some samples from the Rodenstock 35 millimeter, like the widest rectilinear lens for film photography, and here I am checking out some of these images, nature shots, and I'm actually dubbing this video because I don't know what happened, but the audio was lost, so I'm just commenting pretty much this video. And as you can see here, there's a black frame, which means I messed up. Yeah, I probably forgot the cap on, or probably the dark slide on, one of the two. Yeah, it's a costly error. It's a costly mistake because it's really, really expensive to shoot 6x12 slides nowadays. One pack of 5 rolls is $130 US for the Velvia. This is the level of detail you can achieve with this kind of lens, and the colors are just phenomenal if you nail the exposure. I used a center filter for all these shots. You can see clearly what I'm talking about when the highlights are retained in a slide film. It's just impressive what you can achieve. And here we are checking out Kodak E100, which is this is detail of the bench. This is like around $85 US B&H, for example. Velvia is 120, 130 for the Provia. So it adds up. And I'm in Canada, so I have to pay also taxes and duties on top of that. So, I mean, look at this. Birds house over here looking at the marsh. Spectacular. Anyways, here there's another set of samples without the center filter. And I wanted just to share the results, because it's clearly obvious that I didn't use the center filter. These are handheld shots, very, very likely because I'm shooting a Fujifilm Velvia 50, which means that you take away 2.5 stops from that. It's going to be 25, it's going to be 12, and it's going to be like around 10 ISO. And consider the fact that you need to shoot at 11, f16. Good luck leaving the tripod home. So you got to take the tripod and the shutter cable release with you if you want to use Velvia 50 with the center filter. And this is just a test to demonstrate how it's needed a center filter, because the conditions of the edges are really, really dark compared to the center of the frame. And you can see very clearly with the clouds over here, which are blown away, like blown out, and the edges are pretty, pretty dark. So still, extreme wide angle, 120 degrees. For the field of view, you see the dynamic range is very, very contract, very small. You probably have 4 or 5 stops, so it's not like a whatever Z9, top of the line camera. Here you have to work with what you have, and the more evenly lit scene you have, the better it's gonna be. Some other. Oh, the light just went off. These are some other samples. Also taken with the wide. Here you get to see some of the longer exposure frames. This is an ND filter mounted on. This is no ND filter, so you get to see a little bit less water movement. But here you see just the detail. Look at that bug. Look at that little bug under the leaf. I was hoping for it not to move too much. But anyways, you can really appreciate the details of the grain of the wood and this leaf. It's just 3-dimensional. And when you look at the slides, it's just another experience. And this is just a trail. You can clearly kind of read what the notice is about. And that's a very tiny, small detail on the surface of this piece of film, which is truly mesmerizing what you can achieve. With film photography, no need of AI, no need of digital intervention, no need of Photoshop. There is no electronic or digital, I would say digital, processing into these, because it's just straightforward, pure analog content shot with an analog camera, no batteries, no electronics, developed chemically and shown and experienced through your eyes, which is a pretty analog device. Anyways, this is the best photographic experience ever, because it's the real photographic experience. So here you get to see some true photography, because it's done analogically. So the digital photography, it's not photography, it's just digital photography. It's something different. And here you get to experience, spending a lot of money, the real photography, the real process that goes into the making of a picture is this one. Is the analog process. And if you want to become a better photographer, just take a film camera, go out and shoot a roll of film. You're going to understand, you're going to get intimate, you're going to start to feel the photography, you're going to start becoming the photography. Like Bruce Lee said, relative to the water, yeah, you can do the same with this technique, which is very simple. I mean, just take an analog camera, just load it with film, and just shoot it analog in an analog way. No, nothing, no support, no digital aid. It's in your head. You become photography. And this is the true photography, like made with slides, because there's no inversion. There's nothing going on. It is what it is. Reality as it is, not as you would like it to be. It's just reality as it is. And it's the best way to experience photography and reality. I would say shooting landscape, shooting portrait, shoot whatever you like, whatever pleases you, whatever makes you happy. I happen to like also to shoot, as you can see, 6x17, which is my preferred format. And you can see it's pretty much a shot and a half also, almost. If it would be 6x18, it would be exactly 3:1. This is the most cinematic format that I can think of. I'm not a fan of the 6x24, but anyways, here we're about to talk the 6x12, shot with the Horseman SW612 and 35 millimeter, and this is on a Velvia 100, right? Yeah, so you pretty much saw the three available slide film that you can buy today. Still, Velvia 100, Velvia 50, Provia 100, and the Kodak E100. So 50 and 100 ISO are the only options when it comes to shooting slides and experiencing really photography with nothing. Just take a loop and enjoy the images in detail. You can really immerse yourself with a loop, wandering around the frame and checking out all the details. If you see an ant, you might be able to check the shape of the legs of the ant, because, I'm just kidding, but it's really well defined, it's sharp. If you use the center filter, it's going to be evenly lit. If you expose it correctly, you're going to have a very nice frame. You have to stop it down to f11, f16 to get rid of even more of the vignetting, but the colors, if you shoot with the right conditions, are going to be just phenomenal, just lovely. And again, this is the most satisfying experience for me when it comes down to photography. Just shooting analog, just analog. Just use film, just shoot film. Go out, shoot film, grab an inexpensive camera. There are a plethora of options now for you to choose and get out and take some very nice photographs in an analog way, which is the real way that you're supposed to experience photography and become photography with an analog camera, and try to get something with no batteries, no electronics, no assistance, no meter, and nothing. Shoot, slide, come back home or to the lab, of course, I guess. Get them developed. So find some reliable solution that you can count on, and then come home and enjoy all these pebbles, all the reflections on the water, the little shells that you might find, the cracks on the wood of the bridge, the leaves, the branches, every detail embedded in these slides is up for enjoyment with a loop and a light box. And truly, it feels like you go back in time, back into the moment, into that moment where you took the shot together with the bug right there. Look at the detail of the bug. This is insane, very close distance, range, and you see the bokeh. I mean, it can also blur the background. I mean, how cool is this lens? So really, really nice. I just wanted to show you some samples and share them with you because you requested it in the previous video. So there you have it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because it helps a ton. Bye for now.